Let's execute a massive, profound tactical pivot away from small-town sanctuaries and billionaire boardrooms and plunge straight into the breathtakingly complex, dark, and utterly intoxicating world of the Ironside Academy series with Glisser. Written by the undisputed queen of high-concept paranormal reverse harem and dark romantasy, Jane Washington, this fifth installment delivers a spectacular, high-gear, and beautifully executed 1 Sigma meets 10 Alphas dynamic that establishes this chronicle as an elite, undisputed masterpiece of contemporary fantasy romance. Let's lay out the strategic narrative grid. If you are a fan of stories where a highly vulnerable yet fiercely resilient heroine must navigate a corrupt dystopian extended reality show game, where survival means playing exactly by the rules of a broken system, where 10 powerful, protective, and intensely possessive alpha mates use deep emotional tradecraft to insulate her from structural anomalies, and where the author utilizes an incandescent social media fame warfare diagnostic routine to test their psychological safety buffers, this book is engineered to lock you in. Washington completely dominates the dark Omegaverse Academy Noir dynamic, capturing a heart-racing plot momentum, deep emotional healing, and a vast, intricate bond network popularized by authors like Jay Bree, Caroline Peckham, and Colette Rhodes, while treating trauma, intense loyalty, and raw, high-stakes romantic chemistry with exquisite care. The narrative tracking grid zeroes in on our central heroine, Isabel Carter, the ultimate off-limits anomaly. Operating as a rare Sigma in a world engineered around rigid pack structures and celebrity optics, her life has been subjected to systematic abuse, legal trapdoors, and media degradation. Her internal defenses have been locked down tight for years, her analytical focus entirely consumed by surviving the dark machinations of the Stone Dahlia and keeping her family's safety insulated from external chaos. The spark ignites because her active scanning perimeter is entirely intertwined with 10 magnificent, hyper-focused alpha mates, including the tactical brilliance of men like Kaylin, Mikkel, Theodore, and Elijah. The stakes have officially leveled up. They are no longer just fighting to survive their placement within the Academy. They have decided to turn the rules of the entire extended reality show game completely on its head and win as an unyielding team grid. The moment their collective metrics align, their fiercely protective, possessive instincts engage their deployment tracks, triggering an absolute system-wide mandate to shield Isabel from the corrupt corporate forces closing in. The tactical parameters instantly explode as a new settlement tour looms on the horizon, turning the forced proximity reality of their shared contract into a volatile psychological pressure cooker. Our 10 alphas transform into a fiercely realistic, entirely pragmatic shield network, deploying their massive social tradecraft, political power, and sheer physical presence to establish an absolute security perimeter around Isabel's life, when media manipulation and dangerous internal rivalries threaten to hang them with their own lifelines. Every intense group chat strategy session, every quiet conversation in dark hallway corners, and every fiercely possessive, jaw-dropping moment of physical intimacy chips away at their remaining defense mechanisms. What follows is an exceptional, high-stakes war of personal perspective and raw survival. We watch an incredible multi-layered relationship structure grow as Isabel becomes more confident in her own skin, her immense psychological grit and inner strength matching the complexity of the dangerous world her protectors dominate step for step. While they smooth over her external threats with devastating force, she becomes the only stabilizing asset capable of holding their fierce, competitive souls together when the overarching plot takes an increasingly dark and tragic turn. To survive the impending corporate trap and outmaneuver the forces running the show, our possessive heroes and their fierce partner must unleash an absolute unyielding defense of the secret bond they've built. It is a dark paranormal romance, Omegaverse Academy drama, reverse harem suspense, forced proximity fantasy fiction masterpiece that treats deep reverse harem logistics and intense romantic friction with elite precision. The tension here burns with a sharp, calculation-heavy intensity. We are talking about that high-frequency, we will shatter this entire academy and rewrite the rules to keep you safe energy, where a sudden shift in camera angles, an unexpected encounter behind closed bedroom doors, or a heavy, possessive hand resting on a waist during a live broadcast carries massive structural weight. Washington writes with an exceptionally fresh, vivid, and beautifully blunt voice, perfectly capturing the clinical, cold hum of studio cameras, the oppressive atmosphere of high society elite events, and the distinct, subtle scent of crisp winter air, expensive cologne, silk sheets, and pure, unadulterated passion. What truly elevates this fifth milestone into elite territory is the author's unmatched ability to cultivate and balance an 11-way relationship so flawlessly, ensuring every single MMC gets a distinct, compelling dynamic that never feels crowded or lost in the vertical scroll. Our heroine isn't a fragile asset waiting to be rescued. Her sharp wit, growing confidence, and independent drive make her choice to surrender to the bond feel profoundly authentic and deeply gripping. The pacing moves with calculated momentum, tracking intense emotional stalemates and breathtaking physical defensive sequences before ratcheting up to an absolute jaw-dropping conclusion that leaves readers completely desperate to download the next phase of the series. Glisser is the definitive pro-level upgrade your dark fantasy romance and high-stakes reverse harem library demands right now. It is elegant, immensely fast-paced, and utterly unputtable. It proves that when your entire universe is managed by corrupt rules and public cameras, the most revolutionary play you can execute is to break the system for the ones who completely hold your heart. So, secure your personal reading sanctuary, review your emotional defensive perimeters, open your Kindle, and prepare to play the game.